Team Taco. Look, Trump supporters, fake ass patriots, are y'all still out there? Is there any of y'all still out there? I hope not. You shouldn't be. You don't be on that Trump train no more. Nobody wants to be on that thing no more. Not where it's at. You don't want to be on that. Look, if you are, you didn't hear the news. It's come out of some of these files, and I know y'all been asking for these for a long time. You wanted them real bad because you was like, there's got them Democrats all in there, and then we got to expose them evil Democrats. They got to be up in them files. Release the damn files. And I know that Donald F. and Trump told you the whole time he was out there campaigning, that was his top priority. They were releasing them files for y'all and all. He didn't do it. He still ain't doing it. He's fighting it hard right now. But anyway, well, we got some of them, and these ain't even the FBI files. These are just the Jeffrey Epstein estate. These are coming straight out of the Jeffrey Epstein estate files right there, these emails. And look, I don't know how to tell you this. I know y'all wanted Bill Clinton to be in the files, and you know what? He is. Bill Clinton is in them files for sure. He just didn't turn out in there the way I thought he was going to. Oh, look, he wasn't only in the files. Look, and it's going to burn. He was in Donald Trump's mouth, y'all. He was in Donald F. and Trump's mouth. Oh, I know it burns. I told you it's going to. Blow on it. Blow on it, blowing it, blowing it. I know it stings real bad. Now listen, apparently according to a 2017 email between Jeffrey Epstein and his brother, he gave Putin pictures of Donald F. and Trump blowing on Bill Clinton's harmonica. On his harmonica. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Donald F. and Trump was honking on the bobo. Honking on Bill's bobo. Yeah. I know it's crazy. That's why I said I didn't think that it would be like that. I mean, and I know y'all didn't. I know y'all thought that Bill Clinton would be in the files, but he was definitely in the files and in Donald F. and Trump's mouth, y'all. And Putin's got pictures of that right there. And that's probably not the only pictures. I'm sure of it, y'all. And look, and if that ain't bad enough, I mean, look, I asked the other day how y'all's going to move that goalpost on this one. And I figured you was going to take that goalpost and put it in the innocent till proven guilty hole there, And I was partially right about that because I have seen y'all putting it in that hole. Anyway, you're doing that, but y'all started digging another hole and putting goalposts in that one. And that was the one that I was hoping you wouldn't do, but you're doing it. You're doing it. And, Megyn Kelly's helping you do that because she said these men, they're not pedophiles. That Jeffrey Epstein, he wasn't a pedophile. It wasn't like that they were 8. They were just 14 and 15. So apparently, and some of y'all are running with that right there. Look, that's not pedophilia. I mean, they're not 8. So you're saying if they're not 8, well, that's just great. Okay. No, that's still pedophilia, y'all. I've seen y'all already repeating her logic. That ain't good at all. And then, hey, I was watching a live stream where one of y'all got on there and just asked straight up, what exactly is wrong with raping children? Anyway, look, is that where y'all going with these goalposts? Because if that's where you're going with these goalposts, once we get a regular, legitimate government back in place, they need to send CPS to all of your houses. Okay. Anyway, that's not the only things that's up in these files. And I know, like I said, that burns real bad that Donald F. and Trump was honking on the bobo with the Bill Clinton, Oh man. Donald F. and Trump is all over him, y'all. I told you he is the files, and see, he's doing a horrible job at covering this thing up. And you can tell by the way that it is. The man ain't even going out there and truthless socialing or nothing like that. And he's running from reporters, won't answer no questions. He's freaking out. I bet there's ketchup all over the walls, y'all. And the thing is he freaked out and pulled people into the situation room. That's for war planning and stuff. That situation room is, and he got the Lauren Boebert up in there trying to threaten up on her to not sign that discharge petition. How you going to threaten up on the Lauren Boebert? We already know everything about her. What are you going to tell her that you're going to tell everybody that she's been effing Kid Rock? I mean, that would be embarrassing. But we already know that. So it ain't like he can hold that over her head. I mean, we already knew that she was, giving out handies in a movie theater full of kids. We knew that. And maybe that's what he was thinking. It could be what he was thinking. He's like, I need somebody to get in here to sympathize up on me. And so he got a woman that was giving out handies to a man in a theater full of children. He needed a man that was giving handies to children in a theater full of men. That's what he needed. Matt Gaetz. That's what he needed. Matt Gaetz ain't in the Congresses no more, you know. So that didn't help him out. He went for the wrong person there. He needed him a Matt Gaetz to do that. And then he got the Nancy Mace and then was trying to threaten up on her. How you going to threaten up on Nancy Mace too? You know, trying to get her to not sign the thing. Maybe he was just trying to convince up on her. Hey, look, these were transgender teenage girls is what they were. And I was just punishing them with my wiener. You know, Nancy Mace would have probably run with that one and said, yeah, I won't sign that list. I agree with you, sir. You know, so that didn't work out either. So that petition got signed up and all. Now, look, now I still see you out there, Team Taco, saying that the Democrats voted no on releasing Epstein. That ain't what happened at all. That is not what happened at all. The Republicans intentionally broke procedure. They went and tried to make it so that they could put all kinds of stipulations and rules in front of all this release stuff so they could set the tone of how this stuff gets released or what gets released, and the Democrats didn't fall for it. Okay, that's what happened there. So y'all be spreading misinformation. You're making yourselves even dumber. Okay, giving yourself more to psychosis and stuff if you're still on that Trump train. So anyway, this is just a sliver of the information to come. Look, I think what it boils down to, your boy needs to resign is what needs to happen there. Your big orange bloated syphilis up Adderall riddled idiot. It's time for him to pack his bags, resign. You know, that could be why he's going to the Supreme Court and asking them to expunge his 34 felonies, because that sentencing was basically delayed. So whenever he gets done pretending to be president, they could lock his ass up in Rikers Island for all the criming that he did. And also, Jack Smith ain't done with him once this is over. Okay, Jack Smith has made that clear that he will spend the rest of his life in prison once he's done pretending to be president. So the man has nowhere to run but possibly Venezuela. Maybe that's what that $40 billion was for there, Team Taco. But anyway, it's not, that won't even be the end of it. See, because, word is, J.D. Vance, I'm a real boy. He's also in those files and places and stuff with the Peter Thiels and all of that stuff. It's a big old mess. So he might actually be entangled up in this also. So, man. And I also suspect there, Team Taco, Mike Johnson might be finding his way out of the speakership. There might be a vote for him to be removed after this whole debacle too. So it's a big old mess is what we've got. But one thing's for sure, the Epstein files is the Trump files. That's what it appears that it is. But like I said, we had no idea. I know that he was diddling up on little kids and stuff like that, but I mean, whoo boy, the whole Bill Clinton thing there. Did you see that one coming, Team Taco? Man, that's called karma is what that's called. That's called karma. You wanted Bill Clinton to be in the files so bad, he wound up in Donald Trump's mouth. That's incredible. Anyway, look, it's only going to get worse before it gets better, okay? You fake-ass patriots. Inmate Trump.